In this video, we will learn about what is a set in Python, how we can create. We will work around its operations using its built-in methods. Python set basically part of collections in Python. Okay, that means list, tuples, dictionary, and set are the four built-in data types in Python, which are used to store collections of data. Okay, whenever you create a set, the items are placed inside curly braces and they are separated by comma. Python set unordered and unchangeable. Okay, unchangeable, but you can add a new item to an already created set. With that, you can also remove an item from a set. Okay, and remember that duplicate values aren't allowed in a set. If you'll add duplicate values and print it, only a single value will get printed. Let's see. At first, we will create a set in Python. I told you to create a set. The elements are placed inside curly brackets, which are separated by comma. Okay, so let's see how to create a set. Here's PyCharm. Let us create a new project. File, new project. Click on create. We have created a set. Right click and create a new file, Python file. Demo, press enter, it will convert to demo.py. That is our Python file. Our first example is how we can create a set in Python. Okay, at first take a set object. You can add any name for this. Curly braces I told you, and just add values in it. So herein we added 5 items in our set separated by comma and enclosed by curly brackets. I told you I'll print it easily using this print method. That's it. You have created your first set in Python. Right click and run. Here it is. We have printed it. Okay, so I told you that Python set are unordered. That means the items will appear in a random order. Okay. So with that, guys, we will work around all these examples that will complete your Python set concept from scratch to the end. Let's begin. So we saw how we can create a set in Python. Let's see the second example. Now we will see how to create a set with different data types. Okay, let me create a set again. So I have created this set again and printed it. Now let me create a second set. Within that, I'll add integer values. Okay, I'll print this. Now let me create another set with the Boolean values. True, true, false, true, false. Okay. Print it. Right click, run. Here you can see we created first, second and third. I told you it is unordered. That is, the result will be in random order. Now create a new set. We will now create a single set with different data types. Okay, so for that, let me first add a string, then let me add a boolean, a number again, let's say, then I'll add string again, and let's say string again. So now we have our set with different data types. I'll just print it, and that's it. Right click and run. Let's see what will happen. It will display in random order. Right, it displayed in random order. So in this way you can create a set with different data types. Okay, now moving further. Now let us see how we can loop through a set. Loop through the set and print all the values. Loop through the set and print all the values. For this we'll be using a for loop. Let us create a set first. We created it and normally printed it, and now we will print it using loop. We will loop through the set. Let's say for I in the set name, set object, my set, and just print the value of I here. That's it. Add a colon here and right click and run it. Now here you can see we printed, we iterated and we printed one by one. We printed all the values one by one. In this way you can also loop through the set and print all the values. Now let us see another example. Here in what we will do, we will get the length of a set. To get the length of a set, we will use the alien method. Let's see, at first we will create a set. So we created a set with the string values. We printed it. Now let us print the length. I told you we'll be using the len method. And within that, enter the set object name. That's it. Right click and run. The output should be 5. There are 5 string values. Here it is. The output is 5. In this way, you can get the length of a set. Next example. Now we will see how we can access items in Python set. To access items, so in Python set, you cannot use an index to access items, but with that you can use a loop to loop through the set and print the values. With that you can also check if a value is present in the set or not. So let's see, at first we will create a set. We created a set. Now let us print it. So we used a for loop to print the set. Now let's say we want to check for a specific value. For that, just choose print, and within that we will check using the in operator. Let's say I want to check for Amit. So I'll just write Amit in the set name. That's it. If true is returned, that means the value is in the set, else false will get returned. I ran it. You can see it printed the set first one by one using the for loop. Then it has given us true. Why? Because Amit text is in the set. Now let me add some other word which is not in the set. Let's say Jacob. I'll right click and run, and it will display false. Here it is. It displayed false. That means Jacob is not in my set. Let's move further. Now we will see how we can add an item to a Python set. I told you it is unchangeable, but you can still add an item. The items can be added using the add method. Create a set. We created a set, then we printed it. To add item, use the add method. So write the set name, the set object dot add, and within that enter the value you want to add. Let's say I want to add Jacob. If you want to add multiple values, add like this, Katie. Okay, now you can print updated set and right click run. Let's see what will happen. Here you can see we had 5 values. Now we have 7 values. In random order, I told you set is unordered, so the output will be in random order. Okay, in this way you can also add an item to a Python set. Let's move further. Now we will see how we can add items from another set into the current set, that is updating a set. For that, use the update method simply. Let us create 2 sets. I'll be creating the first set. I created first set and printed it. Now I'll create a second set. Okay, then I'll update the first set. Okay, I have created the second set. Now what I'll do, I'll update the first set. For that, write the first set dot update, and within that mention the set 2. That's it. After that, print the set 1 because we have updated the set 1. You can write here updated set 1. Okay, I have written updated set 1 and printed it. Right click run. Let's see what will happen. At first we have printed set 1, then set 2, then the updated set 1. Now the set 1 was having 5 elements, this is having 3, so the updated set 1 will have 8 elements. Okay, in this way you can easily add items from another set into the current set to update the current set. Now let us move further and see how we can remove an item from the set using the remove method. To remove an item, as I have written here, I'll be using the remove method. Let's create a set first. So I've created a set and printed it. Now I'll remove it using the remove method. It's easy. Let's mention the same my set object dot remove, and within that just mention the name, the element you want to remove. Let's say I want to remove cane, and that's it. Now when you will print the updated set, it will show you all the elements except cane. So here it is. I have printed the updated set. Right click and run. So initially we were having 5 elements, then we deleted cane using remove method, and that's it. We now we have 4 elements in it. Okay. Now if you will try to, let's say I'll try to remove an element which is not in the list, not in the set. Okay, so I'll remove Jacob, but Jacob is not available here. Then what will happen? Right click and run. It will show an error that Jacob doesn't exist. Okay, so if you'll try to remove an element which is not in the set, it will create an error. So I'll just comment it. Let's move further. Now I'll remove an item from the set using the discard method. Okay, let us create a set first. We have created a set and printed it. Now use the discard method, mySet.discard, and within that mention the name you want to remove. Let's say I want to remove Warner. I'll add Warner in it, and I'll just print the updated set because we've removed one of them. Here it is, updated set. Right click and run. Here it is. We were having 5 elements. Now we have 4 elements because we have removed one of them. Now let's say I'll remove an item which is not in the list. Let's say I'll remove Jacob, and on removing it, what should happen? An error should occur because Jacob is not in the set. Right click and run. You can see there is no error. Okay, in the remove method we saw that if you'll try to remove an item which is not in the set, it will throw an error, but this is not the case with discard method. Okay, so this is the difference between discard and remove method. Let's move further. Now we will empty the set. To empty the set, the clear method is used. Create a set. We have created a set and printed it. Now let us clear it, remove it completely. mySet.clear method. mySet.clear method, that's it. Now when I'll try to print the set, let's see what will happen. Right click and run. You can see it is showing us the following. That means our set is empty. Okay, in this way you can empty the set using the clear method. Now let us see how we can delete the complete set. To delete the complete set, use the del keyword. Create a set. We created a set with the 5 elements, string elements. Now I'll delete it using del space mySet. Press enter. Now when I'll try to print the set, let's see what will happen. Right click, run. And you can see name mySet is not defined. That means we deleted it, so we won't be able to print it. For obvious reasons, because the set does not exist now. Okay. Let us move further. Join two sets in Python. To join two sets, we can use a union method as well as a update method. Okay, so let's see the update method. Create two sets and print them. So I have created set 1. Now let us create another set. I have created second set also. Let us right click and run it. So here we are with two set. Now let us join two set by using the update method. So just write my set1 dot update, and within that mention my set2. That's it. Print the set1. Since we have updated set1, we have joined set1 with set2. Now our set1 will have the complete join of both the set. Right click and run. Here and you can see set1, set2 and the joining of both the set. Okay, in this way you can join two sets in Python. Let us move further. Now let us see how to return the difference between two or more sets. To return the difference between two or more sets, use the difference method. Let's create two sets. Here is our set1. Let us now create the second set. Okay, we have printed both of them. Now let us take a new variable. Let's say res, and within that we will find a difference by using my set1 dot difference bracket my set2. Okay, now we will print the result, which will be the difference. Right click and run. Here you can see set1, set2 and the result of the difference. Okay, so res returned a set that contains the items which are in first set but not in second set. Okay, so this is a difference. Now we will see how we can keep only the duplicate items in two set. Okay, for that we'll be using the intersection underscore update method. Okay, let us create two set. The following is set1 and here is set2. Now we will use the intersection underscore update method to keep only the items that are present in both sets. Okay, that means duplicate items. For that, use my set1 dot intersection underscore update, my set2, the second set, that's it. And now I'll print the my set1. Why? Because the changes were done in my set1 and it will keep only duplicate items in two sets. Okay, so now John should get printed and Steve should get printed. Let's say right click and run. Now you can see set1, set2, and using intersection underscore update we are able to find the duplicate items only. That are the items in both the set, John and Steve. Here it is. John is here and John is here, Steve is here and Steve is here. Okay, now we will keep all items in the two set except the duplicates. Okay, that is the opposite. Now we will keep all items in the two set except the duplicates. Okay, to achieve this we'll be using symmetric underscore difference underscore update method. Let us create two sets. Here is the first set. Let us create the second set. This is the second set. Now what we want, we just want to keep the elements that are not present in both sets. For that, use my set1, the first set dot symmetric underscore difference underscore update method and mention the set2 inside it as a parameter. That's it. Now we will print the first set. Okay, so this will return all the items in the two sets except the duplicates. So except John and Steve, it will print all other 6 elements. Right click, run. Here it is. First set, second set, and the following are all the items in the two sets except the matching values in both the set. Okay. Now we will see how we can make the copy of a set. To make a copy, we'll be using the copy method. Okay, let us create a set. We created a set and printed it. Now we will create a copy. Let's say under res new variable, write the first set, write the set dot copy. That's it. Now res will have a copy of our following set. Let us print res. Right click and run. Now the first one is our set, here it is, and the second is the copy, that is res is the copy of the set using the copy method. Now last method, how we can get the union of set. So the union method is used to return a set that will contain all the items from both the set excluding the duplicates, that is union. Let us create two sets. Here is set 1 and here is set 2. Okay, to get the union, let us create a new variable. Let us add a new variable. Okay, let us create a new set, and within that use my set 1 dot union, and in brackets set the second set. That's it. Now print the new set, that is our res, and right click and run it. Okay, so now it will print the union, that is all the items from both the sets excluding the duplicates. Here it is. We have printed set 1, set 2 and all the items from both the sets, okay, excluding the duplicates. Okay, so here in John was a duplicate. Okay, I'll show it here. John was a duplicate and Steve was a duplicate. Okay, so it has printed all, but it has printed the duplicates only once. That means excluding the duplicates. In this way you can get union of set in Python. So guys, in this video we saw what are Python sets, how we can work around it, what are the methods available, how we can create a set. We also worked around more than 15 examples so that we can cover the entire concept of set in Python. Thank you for watching the video.